Hello from Barcelona.
Hello from London.
Hello from London.
Okay, so today we planned on working on the user stories that it's the next thing after the features. So last two sessions we worked on features and now we have some user stories to write. Yeah, let's get done. So I copied a template from somewhere and pasted it in here. That's the template we are going to use for the user stories. So in order to get some value as an actor role, I would like to some action. Alex insisted on this one. Why, Alex? Why do you like this one? There's like 2 or 3 templates.
Yes, I like this one because puts the focus on the value that we are providing and not, as engineers on, the cool thing we're going to implement. So many times one of the problem is to align products with actual business value, and declaring that up front forces us into finding the right reason to implement a piece of software. And that's why I like this formulation.
Yeah, that was an easy decision. No one was against it anyway, but you were the one insisting on using this one.
Apart that we have been bike shedding for a few minutes to decide this template, it's fine, right?
Yeah.
But Alex said that this is a suggestion from Dan North, our friend Dan North. So if he suggested this, I am very happy to adopt it.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah, I used to do the other way around of putting the actor before as an actor in order to, I would like to, but I quite like the idea of this one. Yeah.
Yeah. Anyone that used to do behavior-driven development started with the formulation that put I would like to as a role in order to get some value.
Yeah.
But many people did miss the adding value part, making it almost tautological. So then North came up with the idea of, we can invert the formulation so that we put more effort and more emphasis into the adding business value. And of course, even defining the business value sometimes can take a little bit of effort, but it's definitely worth it because it allows the developers to get into the mindset and the ubiquitous language of the business.
Yeah, I agree. So let's get started. Let's do the first one. I'm already editing this. I'll put this in 3 lines. I think it reads better. So let's do the first one. The first feature is should be able to add a mob using its name. So what's the business value?
In order to participate in the
mob session,
the mob session
as a mobber. You
mob
guys
job.
let me know if I would like to.
Well, there's a role that maybe we didn't specify, which is the facilitator of the mob.
Yeah.
So maybe as a facilitator or
as a facilitator. Okay, let's facilitator. I would like. Yeah. In order to participate, so then we change the business value. Do we focus on the facilitator or on the mobber?
No, I would like to invite a mobber. As a facilitator, I would like to invite a mobber.
No, we don't invite, we just add it.
Yeah, or add the mobber.
I would like to add a mobber to the session by name.
So it's in order to start the session. Yeah.
In order to start the mob session as a facilitator, I would like to add a mobber to the session by name. Sounds good to you?
Yeah, maybe we want to add the facilitator in the ubiquitous language.
Yeah, okay.
Let me do that. Maybe we can say set up the session because
So we have the roles here. We had the driver. We had the navigator. It's already there, but I will move it over here because we have already roles.
So this
You
kind
can
of
see what I'm
discussions.
typing, right? You can follow me, right?
So the idea of these sessions is that we these sessions of discovering the user stories is that we want to learn the domain or even define the domain. So we will see many times during these sessions that maybe we change our mind or we refine things as we go. The whole point
Yes.
of Agile is to discover things and be ready to change things instead of having a big plan ahead, because we will always know more tomorrow than today. So the only thing that we can do is take action, get feedback as quickly as possible, and adapt.
Yeah.
In effect, I already have a feedback. I don't think that driver and navigator roles are at the same level of abstraction as the facilitator role. The facilitator is a role for our app, while driver and navigator are roles for the mob.
Okay.
Facilitator is whoever wants to just take the app and set up the session. Can be anyone, really.
Yeah. And the facilitator does not go into the role rotation, right?
Well, it might be a driver, it might be a facilitator, it might be external. It depends. Yeah, I
Yeah.
don't think there is a link between the facilitator role and the other kind of roles. They are different kind of roles.
Oh, yeah. I agree with that.
That's my point.
Okay. So I've added the roles.
So does this mean that you want to add a different kind of role as well?
Yes, I think we are classing the role. We are using a role for two different things.
Okay.
Okay.
So one is the mob role and the other one is the application role. How would
Okay.
you how would you call it?
Yes, I will call it differently. I will say that persona. Maybe the facilitator is a persona. It's the only user type we have in our app, right?
Okay. So I've taken the facilitator from inside the mob roles. I leave on the
Yeah.
mob roles the driver, the navigator, and the mobber. And the
Yeah,
facilitator
maybe
is.
in the mob roles we have also the audience, right? If you want, but
Oh, okay.
not sure if we map it.
So
be honest.
so the audience is anyone that can attend the session without participating, basically.
Yeah, it's just listening, right? And watching.
Yes, but ideally, can say, can I join?
Yeah,
Right?
yeah.
There might be this dynamic between audience and mobber, but
Okay.
let's leave it there. Let's see if we are gonna.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Let's see if we are gonna use it. Right now
we keep
don't
improving
need that.
our
Yeah.
ubiquitous language. At least we have a name for it, even if we
Yeah.
don't use it for anything.
Yeah,
There's
yeah.
a name. Okay, cool. So, is this user story okay for all of you? In order to start the mob session as a facilitator, I would like to add a mob to the session by name.
Yeah.
Okay, next one.
Copy paste.
Copy paste. You should never copy paste.
No.
It's the first form of inheritance.
Yes.
It's not copy paste. I'm inheriting from that code.
No. Copy paste is not inheritance. Is
I know. I call it the first form of inheritance. It's my own joke. Okay. So why we're doing the update? Mob's name.
It's composition.
Oh, it's composition. Okay, it's the first form of composition. Okay. You can take that joke for you. I'll keep the inheritance for me.
So what's the value of updating? What's the value of updating the mobber's name?
Maybe if there was a mistake or someone doesn't like that name, wants to be known as a different name.
I will say that we should even change the first. It's not in order to start the mob session.
Yes.
In order to set up the mob session.
On the okay. On the first one.
Setup phase, right? So
Okay. Yeah.
And then we can keep trying to set up, because maybe you do a mistake, you change the name, or maybe you have two people that are called the same. They need to add. Yeah, it happens.
I would like to change to be able to change a mobile name.
Cool.
Sounds good.
Yep.
Copy paste. You should never copy paste.
No, don't do
Don't
what.
don't do this.
Don't do what we
Don't
do.
what we are doing.
Do what we say. Don't do what we do.
Okay. Should be able to remove a mob. So what's the business value?
You still set up the mob session, right?
In order to set up the mob session?
Yeah, maybe somebody go away, somebody, the session can change. The session is something that lasts long in time, and the internals might change, right? It needs to carry on.
Okay. Sounds good to you, what I've written?
Yeah.
I'm a bit
uneasy.
Yes, about the business value. Because set up the mob session looks like an action, but from the perspective of the value for the users using this app, what's that? So what is the value? What is the value of setting up a mobbing session?
So we can start a session.
See, it's a bit circular and
referential,
right?
To me, I don't see why you want to go in more detail than this.
I'm not going to. I don't want to go in more detail. What I'm saying is that setting up the mob session doesn't look like business value. So what's the value of setting up the mobbing session?
What's the value of this app?
I don't know. I'm asking.
Yeah, it's a good question, I think. The other one was better.
You need to set it up, right?
In order to start a mob session, I need to set it up before, no? Something like that.
It's like, what is the value of being here to do this, right? It's we are doing this. We need to be here to do this, right? So what's the value to set up the mob session? Well, if you want to do it, you need to set it up.
Is this better? In order to be able to start a session, I need to set
too many words,
set it up before.
But then updating can happen once the session is started, right? So
yeah, then there's gonna be another. But are you more comfortable with this? In order to be able to start the session, I need to set it up.
Yeah, that's fine. The point is that that's just from one mobber. But then, what's the value of adding 3 mobbers or 5 mobbers? I can start with just one, for example. So at least one.
Okay. I need. Okay. Let's do different.
I think that the real business value is to be able to identify different mobbers in the session. So that's why we want to remove people that are not there anymore. Or that don't want to participate anymore. We want to be able to change the name so that we don't make confusion. Maybe we want to, I don't know, having unique names or something like that, or
to identify the mobbers.
Yes. Oh, so that looks like more of a business value.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, that sounds good. Yes. You like that?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good discussion to have. Okay, thank you so much. This is the end of the video for today. Thank you so much for joining us. It's time to say goodbye. We'll see you on the next video. Don't forget to like if you like the video. And if you really want to keep up to date on what we're doing, don't forget to subscribe. And buy the book. We need the money. Thank you. Bye.
Bye bye. Thank you.